Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium and the home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. The Rambling Wreck is here, and these fans have been waiting since early in the day to get this one cranked up. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Miami Hurricanes taking on a team who is rested and ready coming off a bye, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Yellow Jackets will put toe to leather to crank us up. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So Miami's will be in a hole thanks to that short return. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. The handoff to Johnson.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25. Line gets set, first down. He'll pull it on the read. Passes on his feet. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
It's what makes this offense so hard to stop. When you've got an athletic quarterback, you've got to worry about him in the running game. And there on the option, he makes the right decision, keeping it, and he caps off the opening drive of the game with a TD.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
You talk about being handed a chance on a silver platter. First and goal from the 3. He'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Smashes through the tackle. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Canes are in the hurry-up.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's good.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Hurricanes decide to punt it away.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow, they got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Singleton. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Looking to throw, it's King. Wide open, makes the catch. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the Yellow Jackets are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, they go back to the option play. Now, this is the 2nd time, Pollock, this QB has scored running this scheme offensively.
Yeah, and as a defense, you got to understand when you're playing the option, it's responsibility football. I got to stop my assignment. I can't get caught in somebody else's business. You could tell this defense not really ready for this quarterback run game. They better figure it out, or it's going to be a long game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Ward. Fires to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it. There's time, but this is the worst start I possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Apparently some confusion as the offense calls the timeout. It's their first of the half. The Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it in the middle, it's Lane. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
29 Philly.
Unloads quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been... will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Tackled immediately after the catch. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this third and short. Scanning the field, it's King. Finds his man. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He'll do it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the third touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 4 over Michigan. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Restrepo. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Might as well give it to him again. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. We'll get this quarter going with a second down play. They'll give it to Johnson. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. And now on third down after that last run. From the gun, wants to pass. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That's now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
And I love the quarterback's accuracy here. Hit him in stride, man. Hit him where he can catch the football and continue to run and do more damage after the catch like he did right there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got a man. It's Lane. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
And it's not a decision time. You're going for this. You're near midfield. Sometimes those punts will go in the back of the end zone. You're going to net like 25, 30 yards at the most. No. Get the big boy pads on. Strap the extra mouthpiece. Let's go get the 1st down.
No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the many mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with the...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. And the Canes in the hurry-up.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Catch in the middle. It's Arroyo. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. The Hurricanes are rolling down the field. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Arroyo. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And the Hurricanes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Up-tempo for the offense. Calls his own number. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see. And he'll sprint in for the score. Touchdown, Canes! When the quarterback runs it, he's got the extra blocker, and I don't even know if he needed it. He just gashed them there.
Yeah, Reese. I mean, this offensive coordinator does a good job scheming ways to get this quarterback out into space with the ball in his hands, and when he's there, he can make people miss, and if he gets into the 2nd level of your defense, that dude is gone.
PAT unit on the field. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. They march 79 yards on the drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He thought about bringing that out for a half-second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Pulls it and fires to the left. At the 45 on its way. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Running back goes in motion. They're in the red zone. Unleashes one deep. What a snag by the defense. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? If you're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive, you've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And would they dare be aggressive on 3rd down this deep in their own territory? To throw, it's Ward. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they come to the line with very little choice but to go for it in a desperate situation here. Throws to the wideout. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Dropping back, it's Ward. He fires a bullet to the right. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Looking down the middle, and it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Fires to the right. It's complete. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Great spot to attack there, right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Get it out on the screen. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Timeout is called by the receiving team. Not sure what that one's about. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Now on second down. Toss to the left. And the ball slipped out. How in the world did the offense retain possession? One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Oh, he didn't spike it. He's going to throw. And the ball is intercepted. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. A lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the play and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta. And it'd be easy to say these 2 offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He'll pull it on the read. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
And the Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
It's a draw. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Here they come on 3rd down, and the defense has had no answer so far. The play action fake. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the beatdown has ensued. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the ground with the back. Finds Zach Reese, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Ball in the air, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the...
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And the pummeling has started. He has been surgical, precision passing, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 9 to Michigan. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Martinez on the carry. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by the whole defense, but how about that little defensive back throwing his face in the fan? I ain't scared. I don't just cover guys. I make tackles.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And he intercepts it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Compton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Offense getting set for first down. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
So now things a bit harder after that delay of game penalty, and now you got to worry about getting it out of the shadow of your own goalpost. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The flag and another delay of game penalty. They do know there's a play clock up, right? The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The flag and another delay of game penalty. They do know there's a play clock up, right? The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty.
Offense.
Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The flag and another delay of game penalty. They do know there's a play clock up, right?
Offense.
The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty.
Offense.
Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The flag and another delay of game penalty. They do know there's a play clock up, right?
Offense.
The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty.
Offense.
Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Another delay of